Hey guys, and welcome to Zero to Diamond. I'm your host, Ricky Carruth, and I'm coming to you live from my office at RE/MAX of Orange Beach in the beautiful Orange Beach, Alabama. We're located right on the Florida-Alabama state line. Today we're going to talk about teams. Should you build a team? Should you not build a team? While I'm waiting on people to hit the live, I'm going to show you just a little glimpse of my view. This isn't out of my direct office, this is down the hall, but we are right on the beach down here in Alabama. RE/MAX of Orange Beach. So like I said, we're gonna talk about teams. Should you build a team? Should you not build a team? And then I'm gonna get into some questions and answers from anybody who has any questions. From anybody that's watching live. If you're not watching this live and you're watching this on a replay on YouTube or Facebook, and you want to join in the live conversations each week, feel free to join the Facebook group. Zero to Diamond Real Estate Agents. Get the light in here. And if you know anybody that's in real estate or is thinking about getting into real estate and you think this could benefit them, feel free to add them to the group. I created Zero to Diamond to help agents. I want to help other agents, and I want Zero to Diamond to be kind of a platform for agents to help each other. I am a full-time agent. A little bit about my business real quick while we're waiting on some people to tune in. And feel free, guys, if anybody has any questions at any moment, feel free to chime in. But let's see. Of course, for the last couple of years, I've sold over 100 properties per year. This year so far, I've closed 16 transactions for $5.2 million. I have 21 properties under contract right now for $6.3 million. All right, I'm having a really good year. Here's my under contract board. I got 21 properties up there. So this is my office. Here's my assistant, Christy. This is kind of like the war room. I got a nice view down the beach at some really $1 million condos. We got a view of the bayou in the back. So anyway, I did want to say before I get into the team thing that my book came out a couple weeks ago, Zero to Diamond, and I've had tons of messages and emails about how much people are enjoying it. It's helping them, and I just want to give a real shout out and thanks to everybody that's reaching out to me about that, because I haven't said anything about my success for 15 years. I've just worked, and now that I'm where I'm at, I just want to give back, and to have people reach out back to me and tell me how much I'm helping them is an incredible feeling. So I just want to say thanks to everybody that's reaching out to me and telling me how much I'm helping them. If you want to follow me through my day. I don't know if you do Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, but I'm on all those channels. Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram is at Ricky Carruth. Just Google or YouTube my name if you want to catch me on YouTube. Of course, the Facebook, you can friend me or join the group. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. Like I said, that's what this is all about. I just want to reach out. I'm going to have a little topic each week. Let me turn this fan off, guys. There we go. I'm going to have a topic each week that I'm going to go into. Next week, we're going to talk about lead conversion. I'm really excited to talk about lead conversion. with you guys, because really, to me, lead conversion is a myth. You know, a lot of people are preaching lead conversion, and to me, I think it's kind of a waste of time, but I want to get into that more next week. That's going to be our topic. Adam, how you doing, man? Adam's asking me, do I still make cold calls? Absolutely, I make cold calls. When I first started my career, I did 50 a day, every day for 2 years. Now that I'm where I'm at, I still make about 50 a week. I don't have to make them, but the reason I do is because I understand the importance of cold calls to continuing to build your business. I want my business to continue to grow. And I know that if I quit calling new people, new prospects, then my business will quit growing. Cold calls is like pouring gasoline on your business. And without cold calls, you cannot grow a big business. So I understand that. And I'll never quit making cold calls. It's kind of what I thrive on is the cold call and creating those relationships out of nothing. My scripts are, I'm looking for them to tell me they're not interested so that I can turn right around and begin a relationship with them, a lifelong relationship. Yeah, you know, my game is so long. I'm playing the long game. You know, when I call somebody, I'm thinking about selling them something 10 years from now, 5 years from now. That's what I go into the situation thinking about, 5 or 10 years from now, doing a deal with that person. If we do a deal today, great, and I'll run into that. But my game, I'm thinking so far out ahead that you know, I have a whole different approach. So I like to start the relationship when they tell me they're not interested. You know, when they say they're not interested, I think, well, I have this precious moment with this owner who I want to do business with later. At some point, they're going to want to do business. How do I capitalize on this? So I take a no and turn it into a lifelong relationship, looking for the end game, which is 5 or 10 years down the road. You know, that's why I'm where I'm at now, because 5 or 10 years ago, I started this. And now I'm where I'm at because I knew this was going to happen 5 or 10 years ago. I saw it all right in front of me. So Adam says, do you call for sell by owners and expireds? How you doing, Adam? Again, good question. I don't call for sell by owners or expireds. Here's why. I don't call for sell by owners because you have to call for sell by owners once you meet them. You have to call them every single week until they either list, take it off the market, or sell it themselves. Okay, there's 3 things that happen, and you have to call them every single week until one of those 3 things happens. I don't have time to keep up with calling those same people every single week, so I can't do the for sale by owners. There aren't enough expireds in my market. I'm in small town Alabama, guys. I'm in Orange Beach, Alabama. Have you ever heard of that place? I'm in Orange Beach, Alabama, and it's a small town. There's not very many expires that come through here every day. So we're kind of at a shortage of expires. Plus, let's face it, man, 5 or 10 agents are going to call that same expired the same day it expires. Those people are getting bombarded. You know, why not call people who own property in the niche market you want to sell in? And then from there, create a relationship with those people. Okay, something nobody in your market is doing. Create a relationship with that person so that 5 or 10 years later, whenever they buy or sell something, you're their guy. So, Adam, get with me. I'll be glad to help you with your cold calling, who you should be calling, what you should be saying. I'd love to get on that. What's up, Jim? Adam, again, I'm loving the questions, man. What lead source do you use to get cold call lists? Man, to tell you the truth, when I first started, I'm a little sick, guys, if you can't tell. I got a little sinus thing going. But when I first started, I would look up the owners of the properties I want to sell. I would reverse look up their addresses on Anywho.com or Spokeo or whatever. And I mean, I've said this before, I took 100 numbers. I would find 50. Only half of those were good. Out of the 25 that were good, 20 would not be home. I would talk to 5 people. Out of 100 I tried to look up, I would talk to 5 people. That's just the numbers you have to work with in the beginning when you don't have anything. You have to hustle. A lot of people want to know what the little secret is and how Ricky sells 100 properties a year and all this stuff, right? But the thing is, I've been working 14 hours a day for 15 years. I never said anything about it. I never tried to say I'm the greatest or I sell all this and all that. The only reason I'm doing what I'm doing right now with you guys is because I want to help you, right? It's not an ego thing. I genuinely care about you guys, and I want to see you succeed, and I know I can help you. So, Adam asks again, he's bringing the questions today. How many deals did you consistently do before you hired an assistant? Without an assistant, I could do anywhere in the, I was doing on average maybe 3 or 4 a month, something like that. With an assistant, I can do 10 to 20 deals a month. I did 14 last month, 2 already this month. I mean, we had a 6-figure month last month, 6-figure month this month coming. So with an assistant, my income went from, I think I made $400,000 one year, and then I think I was at like 150 or something, hired an assistant, and it went up to 400. So I more than doubled my income, almost tripled it with an assistant. Hey Lawrence, what percentage of business is brand new builds versus normal resale? Just about all my business is resale. There's not a whole lot of new construction going on in my market right now. Like I say, I'm small town Alabama. So a lot of my stuff is resale and has been for years. We're just now getting into some new construction. I have an entire subdivision listed. It's going to be 80 homes, and we're selling them left and right. We're doing very well. But mostly resale, man. I take people and I make relationships. That's how you build a huge business, man, is relationships. That you put in place with the long term in mind. Jim says, should I keep my team? I paid $24,000 in fees for them, and they made me $78,000 last year. Okay, guys, Chris, I see you have a question. I'm going to get to it. Let me get into teams real quick while I have Jim asking me this question about teams, and teams is really what I wanted to talk about today. Okay, I'm a single agent. I don't have a team. When I started, I was a single agent, and I built up my business, and I said, "Oh, let me try to do a team." Right? There's a way to make some extra money off other people. Okay, so I tried to build a team. I went through about 12 agents, and what happened to me is each person I hired, they were either really good and they left me really quick, or they were really bad and they sucked all the energy out of me, right? Now, I'm not against teams. Some people make teams work. It's like people that work at their house versus work at the office. I have to be in the office to make it work for me. A lot of people can work from their house and they can make it happen there, not me. So everybody does real estate differently. Everybody has different ideas, but for me, the team thing doesn't work because here's the thing. When I hire a team and I start trying to operate under a team, I'm the team leader. Now, I go get clients, right? And then say I have a buyer's agent. A buyer calls me. They want to look at stuff. I send them to my buyer's agent who I'm training and who doesn't know near as much as I do about the market. Now I'm diluting my business. I'm watering my business down, right? See, to me, clients want to deal with me because I know the market. They know that I'm on top of stuff. They don't want me to hand them off to somebody, okay? So when I finally figured out that teams, people are either going to leave you quick or suck your energy, and that you really don't want to dilute your reputation with other people in your business with your clients, When I realized that, that was the breaking point in my career. That was the moment that I went from the 400,000 to the 600,000 to the 600,000 again to the 750, right? And then to the $1 million this year. It's because I took all the time that I was spending on trying to train people on my team, and I took that time and I spent with my clients directly on their needs, on their situations, on what I could do to help them accomplish their goals. Guys, whenever you're talking to buyers or sellers, it's not, do you want to buy or sell? It's, why do you want to buy or sell? You have to find out the reason that they're buying or selling is because of some life change they had. They lost their job. They got a new job. Their parents died. Their kids are going to college. Until you know why they're doing what they're doing, you can't help them, right? So I took all my team time that I was spending and changed it over to client time, and my business exploded. Now I go strictly for listings, right? 80% of my business is listings. Okay, so I can handle that, and the 20% of buyers I handle are really close clients that I want to be there for, right? And I refer everybody else out. So I hope that helps you guys with how I feel about teams. I know some people disagree with me, but I think teams were created back in the day for people that want to retire. You build a team, and you build a team, and then you kind of step back out of the business and you let your team kind of handle your business, right? Well, now you got young kids trying to build teams, to build big businesses. But what happens is they may make all this money, but they give half of it away to their team, all their time that they spent building the team. Man, if they took half that time and spent with their clients, look at how big of a business they could build. Last year, I outsold every team in my area by myself because I spend the time they spend on their team with my clients. I hope that helps, guys. Let me get into some more questions here. Chris, how you doing, man? I've done better with old expireds, 90 to 100 days, than old than have not relisted. What are your thoughts? Also looking to add my first assistant to the mailings and transaction paperwork. What's the good pay percentage for that? Chris, great idea on the old expireds. Everybody should be going after old expireds. If you don't have anything to do, go after old expireds. That is a great source of business. Go after them hard. Take a week and do nothing but old expireds. Even go back a year. I used to go back a year or two and look and see if they had sold yet or if that same person owned it. And I would call them because a year ago they might have been too high a price. Now the market caught up and it's a good price. So old listings, fantastic. Old expireds, go for that. As far as the assistant goes, I think I pay my assistant like 13 something an hour. I give her $75 per transaction. I give her Christmas bonuses. I give her $100 on the weekends to handle the phones and the showing requests that come in. So I hope that helps. I don't really give her a percentage. I just kind of have a bonus plan in place, and then at the end of the year I give her a Christmas bonus kind of based on the production level. So, let me know if that doesn't clear it up, Chris. I'll be glad to go further with you. Zach asks, what were you doing for immediate deals before cold calls turned into business for you? Great question, man. Here's the thing. When you're making cold calls and you're doing it consistently and you're doing it the way I tell you to do it, you're going to run into deals right now. You're going to run into people that want to do deals today, right? You're building your future pipeline while getting deals now. You get best of both worlds. You get deals now and you get deals later. It's a win-win, right? But you have to be making 50 calls a day. I made 50 calls a day for 2 years straight. I hope that helps, Zach. Thank you, man. That was a good question. Hey, Deb, what's up? Deb is an agent in my market. She asked, do you think new agent saturation affects the cold calling? Absolutely not. Here's the thing, guys. Cold calling cannot be saturized. Here's why. It's because when you make a cold call and you connect with somebody, they're connecting with your personality. They like you for who you are. If another agent calls, they may or may not connect the same way you connect because you have different personalities. Therefore, there's no saturation, because the only way it could be saturated if everybody had the exact same personality and everybody was calling. That's the only way it could be saturized. For example, if there was 100 owners, you got 3 agents calling all 100 owners saying the same stuff. The first agent's going to connect with 3 of those people. The next agent's going to connect with a different 3, and the next agent's going to connect with even a different 3, because there's so many different personalities in the way you match up with them. Now, that goes back to what I was saying, expireds, there's 5 or 10 agents calling them. So the thing about that is you can still get in there and get those listings, because, you have to find out if you connect with them more than the other agents. There's still an opportunity there. But I just find it easier to call and make relationships with people who agents aren't calling, and then that way I get business now and later. So I hope that answers your question, Deb. Thanks for the question. Hey, what's up, Howard? Aloha. Howard's out there in Hawaii. He's trying to step his game up. Jim says, I hate buyers. That's why I have a team. What percentage of your business is listings? 80%, man. Don't deal with buyers. I have a second book coming out. By the way, guys, my book, Zero to Diamond, is out. Check it out. I'm getting so many messages from people saying how much it's helping them, and it's very humbling. My second book is about being a listing agent. I'm done. The editor has it. It embodies all the thoughts and decisions around what buyers to take, what buyers not to take, what your mindset has to be, right? So just scratch the buyers, man. Refer those people out. Okay, don't do a team to handle buyers. Okay, take your buyers and just give them to a buyer's agent that's not on your team. Fire your team, let them go somewhere, and then find a good buyer's agent that's not on your team. You don't have to train, and you don't have to pay for them. You don't have to deal with them, right? And then just refer your buyers out to that person, even if they're with a different company. If they're good and they're going to pay you a referral, send your buyers somewhere else. But I don't get buyers. The only buyers I get are from the sellers I'm trying to list, and then they turn around and buy, or referrals, right? Or if somebody wants to buy one of my listings, I'll deal with that. Good question, Jim. Keep them coming. Francis asked, do I have an ISA? No, I don't. I don't have an ISA because people want to hear from me. They're going to do business with me because of my personality and the way I connect with them. That's just how it is. I don't want somebody else calling my clients, because then it screws the whole process up of building a relationship for future business. So, teams and ISAs and all that, I think that's people trying to get around actually putting in the work to build the amount of relationships it takes to build a huge business. So I hope that answers your question. Let me know. Please get back with me. Just to let you guys know, if you want to follow me on Snapchat or Instagram, I'm at Ricky Carruth. I'm snapping and Instagramming everything going on in my day, so you can follow me there. I'm always snapping about my showing appointments and listing appointments and properties I'm looking at and stuff. So feel free, man. I'm here to help you guys. I built this for agents to help agents, and I want to see everybody succeed at a very high level. Chris asks, how many agents in your market? I have 3,200, so standing out is key. Oh, let's see. There's about 1,100 in my county, but maybe half of those are kind of a different area. So I want to say maybe 500 in my area, but I'm small town Alabama. You probably have a bigger geographical area. Here's the thing, Chris. You are unique because of your personality. You can connect with people differently than anybody else. Use it. Make phone calls, meet people in person, have lunches, all that stuff, and get yourself out there in front of people. The best way is over the phone, and make relationships based on your personality. There's people out there that will deal with only you because of who you are, and it's your job to go find those people, right? That's where the work comes in. People don't want to do the work that it takes to go find the amount of people that will work with it. Once they meet you, Chris, they're not going to deal with any other agent. They're going to deal with you for the rest of your life, rest of their life, because they like you. and they don't like it. They don't connect with anybody like they connect with you. So that's how you stand out. You use your personality and you get in front of enough people. I hope that helps, man. Carlos, what's up, man? Adam, what's up, buddy? Jim asks, or he says, I really want to bag my team, but don't feel like I can. Okay, man. Well, that all comes down to your business model. See, the thing is this. It's like having an assistant that's your friend that you hired because they're your friend and it was convenient, but they don't have any talent, and they're sitting there and they're doing your work, but they're not producing at the level you need. But they're your friends, so you don't want to fire them. It's the same thing. It's not a personal thing. It's business. Okay. You want to help them, okay? So why don't you find another position for them somewhere else with another agent or something like that, and say, look, I'm trying to help you get to a better spot, you know? But guys, single agent right here outsold every team in my area last year, and this year I'm the #1 agent in Baldwin County. Team, single agent, everybody so far this year. 5.2 million sold so far this year. 6.3 million under contract right now and negotiating 2 more. And I'm telling you, spend your time on your clients, not websites, not team, not anything. Just your clients. Find out what your clients' needs are and help them accomplish those needs. And if you don't have enough clients, go get some more. I still make 50 calls a week. Thanks, Jim. Let's see here. If I've got any more. Here we go. Adam is all about the questions today, man. I appreciate you. Cold called, 70 houses a day, 20 for sale by owners, 15 expires, no leads. How do you stay motivated? Man, here is the thing. You're not getting the results you want because the way that you're sounding on the phone, you may be nervous. Your script may not be exactly right. You may be coming at them a little not so sharp. You're not connected. When you make that many calls, listen, man. If me and you could get together and do some phone call scripts, some role play, I could sharpen your scripts up to where you could average out 70 for sale by owners and 15 expireds. You would have the rest of your week and month planned out with appointments, because I need to get with you on your scripts and see what's wrong there, because it's not the people. It's not the people, man. It's you. You're not practicing your role playing or in your script. Something's off there. So we need to get together. So just get with me after this or whatever, and we'll work on that, because that's where it is. I mean, that many people, you should have plenty of appointments, no doubt about it. Okay, Lawrence. Another question from Lawrence. What suggestion for lead generation for an old guy like me for now business? Also, do you farm, mailings, door knocking? Look, man, here's the thing. You pick out a subdivision or complex you want to sell properties in. You look up all the condo or subdivision owners. You reverse look up their phone numbers. You call them all. You send them a postcard every 6 weeks. Send them a postcard every 6 weeks for the rest of your life. Right? Every 6 weeks for the rest of your life, postcards, and call them all the time. Make buddies with them. Be friends with them. Pick them up to go to the airport. Help them go help them move a piece of furniture. Give them recommendations on a restaurant. Whatever they need. To me, that's the only way to build a big business, $1 million a year business. If you guys know another way to build $1 million a year real estate business, please let me know. I'm not saying what I do is the best or that I know everything, because I don't. Here's the thing, guys. Every day is the first day in real estate for me. Every day I come in the office, I feel like it's my first day in real estate, and my job is to get better. I'm always getting better. I'm always trying to figure out how to get better. So trust me, I feel like I'm at the bottom at all times. Let's see what we got here. Hey, Jim. Yeah, I hope that helps, man. Howard, thank you, sir. Thank you. I appreciate you over there in Hawaii. I'm going to come see you someday. Hey, Marilyn, what's up, girl? Does the time of making cold calls matter? Sometimes mornings are not best times for me. Okay, great question. Look here. Whenever I'm making calls, I don't care what time it is. I don't care if I think they're at lunch, breakfast, dinner. I don't care. It could be 8 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock at night, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I don't care. I just start calling. Ding, ding, ding. I don't pre-qualify. I don't think about what time is better. I just start calling. I get through my list. I talk to whoever I talk to. I leave voicemails. I'm done for the day. I go on another project. I don't think about what time is the best. That's only going to hold me back. That's me doubting myself and doubting that maybe I shouldn't make calls right this second. Maybe this is going to bother them or something. Don't do that. Don't do that, Marilyn. You need to call them anytime. As soon as you feel like you're going to do it, just do it. Just call every single one of them. Jim, thank you, man. He says you're 1,000% right on the personality. Carlos, it's going good, man. Thank you. Deb Wood, another question. Are you able to just shake the dust off of it if clients are not? Absolutely. Guys, clients are gonna switch realtors all the time. I look on MLS all the time, and there's listings that I should have got, that I feel like I should have got, that listed with somebody else. And I don't care. I mean, it's like when I list a property, I tell them right then, if you ever want to cancel this listing agreement, just let me know. I'll rip it up. We'll take it off the market. It doesn't matter to me. I'm here for the relationship, Deb. I want the relationship to be intact. If whatever you want to do is what I want to do, Mr. Client. And if what you want to do doesn't involve being loyal to me, or if it doesn't involve using me as an agent, you want to use another agent, by all means, go ahead. There's a million agents. See, here's the thing. People don't choose you to be a real estate agent because you're the best agent. Any agent can take their property, put it on MLS. They can, show you property. They can take pictures of it. Any realtor can do all that, right? They pick you because they like you, right? And if you don't like me, then I got plenty of people I need to go find that do like me. There's plenty of people that's going to like me. So if they're not going to be loyal to me, then I can't help them. Yes, I brush it off right that second. I don't even think about it again because I have to go find a deal that will happen. Now, I can't worry about a deal that's not going to happen. Hope that helped, Deb. Jim, the one girl on my team makes $100,000. What do you think about partnership? I think just let her go out on her own, man. I think just let her go out on her own. I mean, unless you I don't know. That's up to you. I don't know. I might have to talk about that situation. I don't know enough about the situation to really comment, but I think I would get down to a single agent, one assistant. I mean, here I am. Here's my assistant. Hey, Christy. See, I got one assistant. Here's my under contract board, 21. I would just let her go her separate way. I would have a buyer's agent. I don't care if it's in my company or not that handles all of my buyers. If whatever. Jim, get with me on that, and I'll talk to you further about that agent. Howard says I like the phone control as well. Okay, Zach has a question here. How far did you go on investigating the homeowners you cold call? Did you focus on equity or keep it to a specific zip code, neighborhood, etc.? Again, Zach, I did not pre-qualify anyone. All I did want to target certain neighborhoods and complexes, but I didn't see how much they paid for it. Sometimes I look at how much they paid for it when they bought it, so I know a little bit about the situation. That's fine. But I'm not going to sit there and study it for a whole lot of time. Man, I got to go. So, I definitely investigate, a little bit, but I don't worry too much about it. More important, I just want to go. Now, I don't want to call anybody who is listed. I want to look at my MLS and pull up all the comps and active listings. I want to make sure I don't call people who are listed. Okay? That's a big no-no. If you do accidentally do it, that's fine. Just brush it off. Tell them, hey, it's okay. Just call them, whatever. But try not to call people that are listed. That's really the only pre-qualification that I go by. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Adam. Adam says, have I hired a coach? No. I had a coach for about 4 months, Tim Harris. Tim Harris, actually, Tim. It went really well. I was at a point in my career where I was kind of depressed because I didn't make $1 million that year. I made $600,000. If you can imagine a guy that makes $600,000 that's depressed. But he helped me with my mental. I had a mental state of mind problem. I didn't have a technical problem or accountability problem. I mean, I'm working 14 hours a day. It was more of a mental thing. I had to realize that I had to be okay with, I had to be satisfied and content, but yet still very hungry. And the problem was I was very hungry, but I wasn't content because I wasn't reaching the goals I thought that I should have. But you got to be patient. You got to put the work in, and you have to be able to see the long game, the future, and that what you're going to do is going to pay off sooner or later. So I did hire a coach. I thought it was to help me fundamentally, but actually it helped me mentally. And that was for 4 months. He got me where I needed to be, and now I'm happy as a clown. Angelo's watching. What's up, Angelo? Zach says, you mentioned sending a postcard every 6 weeks. What is this? Was it the same info every time? What would you include? It's not the same thing every time. It's something different. Just include something about something that closed, something that something that's listed. If you just listed something, if you just sold something, do something different every time for sure, man. Don't do the same thing every time. Do something different. Be creative. You know, this business, people want new, they want creative, they want stuff that sticks out to them and you know, makes them, draws attention. So I've been very good at drawing attention with my email reports and my postcards and my letters. So definitely don't send the same thing. Be creative every time you do it. Deb says, I love that answer. I'm glad it helped. Jim says, will do. Carlos says, would I ever role play on one of these videos? I may, Carlos. I think that's more for like one-on-one, you know. Jim still asked me if it was Tim and Julie. Yes, Tim and Julie Harris. Tim Harris was directly my coach. I worked directly with Tim for about 4 months, and he really helped me a lot. I mean, that's all I got to say about that. He helped me a lot mentally, and he helped me get where I needed to be up here. Because no matter how much money you make, you still have this to deal with. And I had a problem here. I was depressed that I didn't make $1 million. I was upset. I was beating my head against the wall. So he helped me realize that I was in a good spot. I needed to be happy, but keep pushing. And that's what I've done since. That was 2 or 3 years ago. And, here I am. So, great guy. All right, guys. I think I've answered just about everybody's questions. Let's see. Adam asked me if I have kids. I don't have kids. But I'll tell you, in the beginning of my career, I worked 14 hours a day, right? But now that I'm where I'm at, I shut down at 5 o'clock every day. I shut down at 5 o'clock every day, and I don't really work on the weekends unless somebody wants to see property or meet for a listing appointment or sign a contract or something. So I don't have kids, but if I did have kids, that wouldn't be a problem because, I shut down at 5 o'clock and then I take the weekends off pretty much. So as far as the kid question goes, now, the reason I do that is because if you get burnt out, you can burn yourself out and then you're not worth anything the next day. And that's how I was in the beginning of my career, but that's how you got to be when you're building your business. But once you get your business built, it's like a plane taking off. It's going to use a lot of fuel and gas and energy to get up off the ground and up to cruising altitude. But then when you get to cruising altitude, you're cruising. And now it's just up to you to drive the plane and get it exactly where you want to be. Okay, now you're focused. Now you just have to keep the plane going in that direction. And that's where when you take off at 5 o'clock every day, and you take the weekends off if you can, and then take vacations and recharge. Okay, when I come back from a vacation, I'm recharged, man. I come back with a lot of energy. So, Marilyn, what do you do with your clients if you're going on vacation? Who handles that for you? My dad is in real estate, So he handles some of the stuff. My assistant is licensed, so she handles a lot of stuff. In October, I'm getting married in the Bahamas. My assistant is going to go down there with us, I think. Right?
Yes.
So I don't know what we're going to do then, because I think my dad's coming too. But anyway, we'll figure that out. But you just figure it out, you know. I mean, when you're a single agent, you know, and you go on vacation, you just try to handle it yourself if you can, have somebody kind of helping you. But if you have a big business and you have a lot to handle while you're gone, you're going to have an assistant that can help you with it. So I hope that helps you, Marilyn, with that. If you guys have any more questions, I mean, feel free. I'm going to be on here for a couple more minutes, but feel free to message me or anytime. You know, I created the Zero to Diamond group so agents can help agents. So if you, thank you, Marilyn, I appreciate that. So if you have questions for the group, feel free, man. That's what this is all about, agents to help agents. If you want to get with me personally, we can work one-on-one. I have a program for that. I'll be more than happy to work with you on your scripts and help you get better at that. Adam asked, how many of my 21 pendings are new builds? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, Adam. 4 are out of my new subdivision, Sea Pines in Foley. So 4 of those are new construction. Jim says, you're the coolest, man. Jim, I want to see you do big things, man. David asked, why did I decide to build my own group? Here's the thing, David. I haven't said a word about my success for 15 years. I haven't said anything about it. I haven't bragged. I haven't said anything about what I'm doing. I've just done it. For 15 years, I've worked 14 hours a day to get where I'm at, sell 100 properties a year for 3 years in a row, 6-figure last month, 6-figure this month. And what I see is a huge need of agents. I mean, look here, I got, almost 20 people on this live Facebook, and I've only been doing this for 2 weeks. There's 250 people in the group already. If you guys know anybody that can benefit from this, please add them to the group. I want to help people. I want to help agents, that have questions and help them through, because I've been there. And I've had those moments where I feel like I'm stalling out, where I feel like nobody's there to help me. And so I've been there and I know how it feels, so I just want to give back. I genuinely care about all of you and I want to see you succeed. And so I just genuinely care, and it doesn't take me a whole lot of time to do the group and to do this once a week and reach out and help you guys. So I feel like for that it's worth my time, and that's kind of why I did it, man. Lawrence says, thanks for the insight. Sounds like a lot of patience and persistence. That's exactly right, man. It's all about patience and persistence. 15 years, right? And I went through the market crash. The market crash this time, guys. There was 05, 6, 7, 3 years I didn't sell a single property. Okay? So I lost everything during that time. I was living on people's couches. So in 08, I came back and started selling foreclosures and creating relationships. And that's where my business has exploded since. Adam asked, do I use Zillow at all? Not at all, Adam. Never have, never will. I know agents that do it and they chase their tail around. I don't get any buyer leads whatsoever. Okay? Listings is all I go after. And I take what buyers come from those efforts. I take the buyers that come from my efforts to list property. I like those buyers. They're high quality. But I do not use Zillow. I think it's a waste of money and time. So, Howard, I like your laid-back, easy-going approach. Thank you, my man. I'm going to come see you in Hawaii, I'm telling you. David says, so your magic number is 50. I'm guessing you're talking about phone calls. Absolutely, man. Made 50 calls a day for 2 years. Now I make 50 calls a week. That's all I have time for. So, Yeah, 50. Do everything in 50s. You know, everything you do 50s. If you do start mailing out, at least do 50 or do 100 or do 150. Do everything in 50s. 50 is the magic number, David. Yeah, Jim. Zillow and Truly and all that. Any buyer lead generation program is a waste of time and money. Okay? Take that same money and send postcards to owners that own property that you want to sell and watch your business grow. Watch your business grow. Zach says, do you only look up numbers using Spokeo and white pages one at a time? Yes. Yes. Whenever I first started, and I did have phone numbers, now I have phone numbers. I have plenty of phone numbers I can call. I don't have to look them up anymore. But yeah, when I first started, it was Anywho.com, Spokeo, Google how to look up phone numbers and see all the different websites. There's probably a lot more of them now that work better or something. So, yes, I did. I did it one at a time, man. And that's somebody, you could probably hire that out. Hire somebody to just look up phone numbers for you. That's worth it. If you have somebody looking up phone numbers for you and they look up 100 a day and you call 50 people, you talk to 5 people, that's worth it. What CRM do you keep your database in? Just my phone. I have all my contacts in my phone. I'm not a real organized person when it comes to all this technology stuff. I have everybody in my phone. I have my email database and constant contacts where I send my report out. And I don't really, the CRM, I get that all the time, but I really don't have anything. I just keep them all, I use notebooks. I don't know. I don't really have an answer for that. I just keep them in my phone. I look them up there. I can search them in my phone. I put into my phone what property they own and all that stuff. So, they ask, riches are in the niches. What's your niche? My niche is Gulf front condos, beachfront. We have some of the most beautiful white sandy beaches in the world here in Orange Beach, Alabama. Believe it or not. And my niche is Gulf front condos. Condos. There's lots of them down here. I don't know. There's maybe 20, 30,000 condos down here on the beach and across the street from the beach. So that's my niche, man. I love selling condos. It's people from all over the country, all over the world that buy condos down here. So I deal with people all over the country, and absolutely love it. I love it. Yeah, Zach. Yeah, man. Save that money. Save that money. It's just you work hard. If you throw enough stuff at the wall, something's going to stick. So, call 50 a day forever. Get 1 million email addresses from people that want to deal with you, that like you. You know what I'm saying? So, you got to get after it. Howard says, can't wait to meet you personally. Welcome here anytime with much aloha. I'm going to come see you, man. I don't know when, but it's happening. David said, do you co-list agents across the country with your listings? Absolutely not. I have agents that send me referrals from all over the place, and I pay them referral fees, 25% or 35%, whatever we agree on. Sometimes 50, depending on the situation, how much work I'm gonna have to put into it. But if any of you guys have a referral for me, send it my way. Orange Beach, Gulf Shore, Alabama, Perdido Key, Florida. I'm down here in Florida. Okay, Adam. See you, buddy. Thank you. No, I don't co-list. I'll list it and I'll pay you a referral. That's kind of how I operate. If the situation's right, if that's just what they want to do, I'll co-list it. I evaluate every situation, David, and decide if it's worth my time and effort to do it. So I evaluate every situation. So it depends on the situation. Is it a $4 million house? Is it $200,000? Is it going to be a quick sell? Am I going to have to put a lot of advertising money into it? What are the pros and cons? So it just depends on the situation. I evaluate every situation to see if I feel like it's worth my time. And that's key. So I do luxury, David. David asked me, do I do luxury? I do. There's not a whole lot of luxury stuff down here. Man, there's just not a whole lot down here in small town Alabama, but there's a little bit of it. I haven't sold anything for over $1 million. in probably 5 or 6 years. Nothing over $1 million in about 5 or 6 years. Everything is up to $1 million. I think, I have something on the board for 760. I got something on the board for 815. I think maybe, I just haven't been able to squeeze, and that's what I use my 50 calls a week for. I call $1 million and up properties around here, so I'm inching into that market. David, man, you ask as many questions as you want to. That's what this is all about, man. I'm here for you. I want you to ask everything you want to, and feel free to get with me afterwards. Well, guys, if anybody has any more questions, type it in. Otherwise, like I say, if you have somebody that could benefit from this, add them to the group. You guys, George, what's up, man? You are very welcome, man. I just want to help you guys. So, much love to you, George. Me and George just did a deal at Tidewater 206. Great guy. So, anyway, okay, David, see you, buddy. Yeah, you guys follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all that stuff, man. I'm there, sharing information, providing good content. Get my book. Look for my second book to come out. It's really some good stuff, man. I think I'm giving information that just is not out there. I kind of go against the grain. With a lot of people are saying do teams, and I'm saying don't do teams. Next week we're going to talk about lead conversion. I want you guys to watch the lead conversion show next week on Zero to Diamond, because I've got some different ideas about lead conversion I think you all need to hear. Lawrence says, what's your end game? Do you invest in real estate for passive income? Absolutely. Yep. I want to own lots of real estate. I want to own apartment complexes, commercial buildings. I want to own businesses, stocks, stuff like that. I want to be diverse. I've got a lot of silver, bonds. I've got duplexes. I've got condos. I have all that right now. So I'm staying diverse, and I'm paying cash for everything. I only owe a little bit on a couple properties, but I have so much equity in them that, Zach, I have so much equity in them that, it's okay to owe a little bit, but, cash, do not, when the market is rising right now, don't get caught up in buying stuff, okay? Because when the market crashes, you're going to get stuck. So be careful, man. Pay cash, be smart, put your money to work, though, and be diverse. Thank you, Lawrence, for the question. Okay, guys, I don't see any more questions. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. This means a lot to me. All the messages I'm getting from agents means a whole lot to me. I care about you guys a lot. Call me, text me, email me, message me. I want to help you. This little journey I'm going on to help other agents is really there's no better feeling than helping you guys. So and help each other. Use Zero to Diamond to help each other. That's what it's there for. That's what I'm here for. So that's all the questions I got for right this second. I'm going to call it a day. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Join the group. Zero to Diamond Real Estate Agents. I believe it's the fastest growing real estate group on Facebook. I want to build that sucker up to be tens of thousands of agents helping each other and networking with each other ideas. So let's network. Let's brainstorm. Let's figure this thing out. Let's figure out how to take our businesses to the next level. Okay, there's plenty of business for everybody. All right. Thank you, guys. Talk to you soon.